Hey folks, today on Midwest Outdoors, we're up on Lake of the Woods. We're guests of Zipple Bay Resort. We're out gonna do some trolling today. We've got the Cannon Downriggers at work for us. Got Nick Painovich and Nick Jaycox back there. Gonna catch some fall walleyes. Stay with us. Weren't here long and that one popped it, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit it hard.
Yeah, they're hungry, time of year. Oh, perfect one for the dinner table. He's barely got it, but we got him. Nice one, Nick. The downrigger fishing, Nick, you guys do a fair amount of that throughout the open water season, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. We found out years ago a real effective way to catch walleyes on Lake of the Woods.
Yep.
We started out with hand cranks, and it was so effective we were wearing ourselves out.
Yeah.
So we had 4 to 6 downriggers. We were cranking all the time, so we finally upgraded to put electric conversion motors on them.
Well, they did you a big favor when they got the motors on them back then.
Oh, absolutely.
That's beauty. Put that one in the live well. Let's get that crankbait out and get it back down.
Yep.
There we got him for you.
Nice.
Nice one.
Yeah, it looks like about 13, 14 feet of water.
Yep.
Shallow water downrigging.
Yep. Well, actually, they got the systems now where you can set up those, basically what a bottom tracking. So if you're got the automatic deal set up, you can fish shallow, or you can turn around and go out to 25 foot, and it'll do all the adjusting for you.
These new Cannon Digitrol 10s,
yep.
They got the bottom tracking feature. Yep. We're in shallow water, but we set them for tracking 4, 5, 6 feet off the bottom, depending on where the sweet spot is.
Yep.
And they will follow the contour, and it's a cool thing.
Yeah, and you
can fish in the boat.
Yeah, so you could easily move from the shallow water out to the deep, back and forth, and fish often in the daytime, run. They'll start early, move out deep, and move back in. So when that, basically the systems are doing it all for you. It doesn't matter what depth you're running in. Doubles, the daily double. There we go.
Another honey hole on Lake of the Woods. Yeah, bring him around the other side there and hoist him right in here.
Nice one. It's the other color working. Was that spot, that's the spot that Nick says you can't drive over without catching a fish? We were talking the old series of downriggers, that used to run off your depth finder, but this series has actually got its own transducer down here, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's got one transducer. It's wired into my #1 downrigger.
Yep.
And then they're hooked in series. All 6 of them. They all read the same depth in. You can set each one differently if you're trying to locate the sweet spot on catching fish.
Yeah, and so the unit will work in unison, but you can tell each downrigger to do something different, and it'll operate kind of with a mind of its own, basically, as long as you program it in, right?
Exactly. And then manually, if you want to run them manually like the normal electrics Cannon has, you can program up to 5 on these. You can program up to 5 different depths, and it'll keep it in memory. So you hit the button, it'll go down to that depth. You don't have to sit there and run it down to that depth. So you got more efficient setting the riggers, and you can keep that in memory for tomorrow or next week. Yep,
exactly. And there's there's a lot of options there, but people love Cannon Downriggers because they function well. You can get them to do all these different things, but they're very reliable.
Very, very good quality.
Yep. It's amazing how technology, like the downriggers here, how far it's come from. We were just talking about Nick's old wooden charter boat and hand cranking downriggers. Now you got them doing it all yourself. See if I can get it. Oh, goldfish got one. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he fought like a 6-pounder. Chunk.
You bet. We talked about the science behind this bottom tracking. These depth units here tell the sonar depth 12 feet. We're in right now. You punch the menu button to get to the bottom tracking portion of the program. We have this set so the cannonball can't go any lower than 20 feet as a safety option. The other thing I program in off the bottom, the depth, we're running 6 feet off the bottom, no matter what the depth does. The wave action here is about 1 foot, so we set the sensitivity of the wave action so it doesn't keep over adjusting. And basically, that's the science behind it. And you push the run button, it takes off, and it'll keep 6 feet off the bottom, and all it'll do is catch fish quicker. We got a solid trip here on this when we're out in this 30-foot water. Really what these Cannon Downriggers are designed to pull these big fish off these vertical edges where they love to live, and there's no way to get a plug in here without getting tangled without this bottom track feature.
Yeah,
so you get in here, we were just coming up to the edge of the reef. It was going to change 10, 15 foot in places. And
there she is.
And that's where the bigger ones are at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, girl. Goldfish, huh?
And
nice one. 26?
Just the reason
yep.
You guys got to have this tracking feature, because it puts these kind of fish in the boat.
Well, there you go, folks. That's what can happen when you put the crankbaits to work. Caught a lot of fish today. Cannon Downriggers definitely helped us do it. For Nick Painovich, Nick Jaycox, and Blaine Lem, I'm Greg Jones. Make sure you look up Cannon Downriggers to find out some more information. That's cannondownriggers.com. Stay tuned, more Midwest Outdoors coming up next.